what brought you to plant medicine? Like, what brought you to like seek this shit out? Like, because it's not like, you fucking the guidance counselor at school is like, you know what? You should get into fucking psychedelics and plant medicine. It's not like many other things in your life. It's not like the normal course. How'd you end up there?
It's okay. So, I did mushrooms before, obviously, and I remember watching this documentary when I was like 7, and then I watched another when I was 12, like 7th grade, and it was about ayahuasca, right? So I knew what ayahuasca was from a very young age, which is very rare, and of course now it's well known. But like I'm from the South, like I'm from the middle of nowhere South. I don't know why I knew about it, and I was like, I will never do that. That is insane. Another interesting thing about me is I've seen like ghosts and spirits my whole life, which is a crazy thing to say online, but like I did. And like, I used to not be able to sleep at night until I was like, 15. I would like keep my parents up, I was young because I was so like, I didn't understand. That's a whole nother route. We'll talk about that later. But
oh yeah, we're definitely not like dropping that one and walking away from it. There's more to explore here.
It's so interesting. So I did mushrooms, best experience of my life. When I was with my ex-husband, I got married at 19, and he
as you do in the South,
mushrooms.
as you do.
Yeah, except for I ran away to California.
You're not legally still married, are you?
No, I left. No, we're broken up. But my name still has to change. Anyway.
It's 2021. You can legally change your name to whatever the fuck you want. Do it.
Oh, yes. Amen. So I started escorting. This is a whole nother story we could talk about. Like, I had a human trafficking experience when I started. This guy went to prison, and it was really bad. My ex was super abusive.
Oof, well, I'm sorry about all that.
Yeah, thank you. But it was like, I'm okay now. I think it makes sense to me why it happened now.
Yeah, I'm obviously not here to like bring up past traumas. If you want to tell the story, I'm more than interested to hear it. Well, then,
yeah, so
you got to be aware of that shit. Like, you can't be like, so tell me how you were sex trafficked. Like, if you're not comfortable about talking about it, like, we're not going to fucking talk about it. But if you are willing to share a story, I'm definitely interested to hear, because it's, once again, another life experience that most people don't fucking have.
Right. And I think I want to talk about it. I just worry about the stories people come up with in their minds about me and why I do what I do. And I'm like, I just need to be clear about sex work and that it's fucking important to me. And I'm not doing it from a sick place. Anyway.
For sure.
Back
for
to
sure.
ayahuasca.
For sure. Like, no one thinks that you are. Like, and like, it sucks that like that shit happened in the past, but obviously if it was a problem at this point, you wouldn't still be doing it. You're still
right. Totally. Of course, though, that I meet people. That's another story. I worked at another place at the Esalen Institute in Big Sur, and they're like very therapy minded there. Anyway, so the story of ayahuasca.
Yeah. Oh my God. So many tangents that we're going to have on this.
It's so fun. I was really depressed. I got out of this really bad relationship that was really abusive. And I was young, and I was like this small town girl trying to figure out the world. And I spent an insane amount of money that I made as an escort. And my ex took a lot of that money. And I was just depressed. And I was at the state where I was looking to do ayahuasca within the year. Like, I was going to go down to Peru and do it the right way. It was so funny how that was slapped in my face. And I was like on Tinder because I was like, I want to date. I want to know what it's like to actually date someone. Because like growing up as a teenager, I wasn't allowed to date. Like, my parents were not into that. And so I was like, okay, I got to give myself this experience. I meet this guy online on Tinder, and he was like, hey, there's an ayahuasca ceremony next week. Do you want to go with me? And I was like, I'm so crazy. I was like, yes. And where we went, we had to fly there. And so I never met him. I just got on a plane. But I was like, I'm an escort. I do this all the time. I flew, and he's a great human being. So it was amazing. We flew up to where we did the ceremony in the US. And it before I went, I was like, if this doesn't change anything, like I'm going to kill myself. Like I quit life. And I was back in college for the second time. The day before I first drank ayahuasca, I quit college, like for the second time. And I was a great student. I was like the academic type. But it just wasn't working out. I was not okay. And I did ayahuasca that night. And I actually, the shaman like handed me the cup, and I like took it, and then I gave it back to him, and I was like, I'm so scared. I'm like, I am so scared to see about like everything wrong I've done in my life. It makes me want to tear up because I did drink it, and it showed me like I haven't done anything wrong. And like that was a huge breakthrough for me. I was like, you mean I'm actually a good person? And I went through like everything that was supposed to be wrong with me. Like I'm a sex worker, like I got married to this older man, like I'm greedy, I just like want to get what I want, I'm spoiled, like all of these stories. And then I just realized like, no, like I'm actually a good person. All of that just like took off me. It was amazing. And
Nice.
then after that like came off me, the shaman comes over, who is also my dear friend now and my teacher and my biggest pain in my ass. he he was like, it turned into like I was the shaman, and like I was meant to do this work, and I knew it from the very first ceremony. And I was like, I was literally born to work with this medicine, which is why I knew about it when I was a kid, which is why it's like always been there. And everything from that ceremony on has confirmed that.